Hey, Slash Lady Buckaroos, how the heck are you? Oh my goodness. So typically in the past, I've had several Irish whiskeys laying around, but I didn't this year, so I actually had to go out and buy some stuff. But money's old tight, so I didn't want to go crazy, but I did want to have something different, and I wanted to have one single malt. I got two nice blends. One your usual suspect, right? Because it was inexpensive. But then I bought another one called Lost Irish that I just had. It was very enjoyable. But I wanted to have one single malt. And the prices of a few single malts that I bought in the past have really jumped up in the last couple of years. Again, wanted a single malt, but I didn't want to go crazy. Again, trying to stay on a budget. So I was trying to buy something that I hadn't had before, but I have had this one before, but it's been almost a decade since I've had it. I think it was 2017 when I had it, so about 8 years. So this is the Quiet Man, an 8-year-old Irish single malt Irish whiskey, aged 8 years in oak bourbon casks. I remember enjoying it, though. I don't really have a memory of it other than I just remember that I liked it, and I hadn't had it in quite some time. Let me set this down so I can read this here. Get my bifocals to focus. A 8-year-old single malt Irish whiskey. A whiskey by bartenders for bartenders, named after our founder's father, a career bartender for over 50 years. John Mulgrew always stayed true to the barman's code and told no tales. Well, come on. Are you really a bartender? Anyways, he had a way of blending humility and confidence. That is interesting. As a bartender, I try to do so. Yeah, little self-deprecating humor, but when you know something, you know it anyway. Earning respect from those he encountered. He took pride in his craft. I'm having trouble reading this gold lettering on the black here, getting my eyes to focus with the lighting. His loyalty and his ability to bring people together with each clink of the glass. We honor the man who inspired it all, John Mulgrew, the Quiet Man, or as we say in Irish. I know I'm not gonna try because I know I'm gonna get that pronunciation wrong in the Gaelic. Niche drinks, Derry, Northern Ireland. So there we go. So I don't know exactly who distills it. I could look it up though, I suppose. Anyway, like I said, I have had this one before, but it's been quite a while, so I feel like I'll be trying it for the first time with you again. Dug out these shamrock glasses, the little shamrock snifters my wife had found at a thrift store a while back. Oh, wow, that is nice. There is something. Like I said, I just wanted one single malt, and I didn't have the money to go crazy. There were a couple on the higher dollar end I thought about, but this one is it's really only about 37 for an 8-year-old single. So I thought that was nice. A little sweet on the nose, as you'd expect. You get those honey, heather, a lot of vanilla. Getting some light peppery notes right there. Oh, that was nice. I poured a solid 2 ounces in there because if you're going to pour, pour. Gosh, I love the color. Irish whiskeys tend to be on the lighter side. There are some exceptions depending on. But bourbon cask Irish tend to be about right there. But you're still going to pick up some of those oak notes, but they're going to be a little lighter. The spice notes are there, but they're going to be a little lighter. But because you've got that bourbon, you might pick up some extra vanilla. You may even pick up some of those caramel notes that bourbon will impart. Kind of depends on the barrel and the cask that you're using, but nevertheless. Nevertheless, that's just gorgeous. The first Irish single malt I ever had, I was probably, let's see, how old was I? I was about 32, I think, and it was the Bushmills 10. And I paid $35 for that back in 1997. That was a lot of money back then. 32, that's a bit. But it was kind of a celebratory thing, and then it was about 67, I think, $68 for the 16 at the time. Again, I was, $68 in 1997. Oddly enough, it stayed about that price. I paid $75 for a bottle of 16 back in 2017. In a different part of the country, that might have something to do with it, but it was still reasonable. But now the prices of, it's like $150 in my neck of the woods for a 16, and I just couldn't afford that right at this particular juncture. I mean to say. But this is nice. It's a nice price for an 8-year-old single. It's done impeccably well. Flavors and aromas are spot on. I love that sweetness on the nose. You get that little bit of honey, maybe just a touch of raw sugar note in there as well. Like my little shamrock snifters here. Anyway, I digress. Got myself a little snack here to go with my Irish whiskey. Some Kerrygold Dubliner cheese. That'd be a good, good Irish whiskey snack. We'll break it up a little bit. Love that Dubliner cheese. A little sweet, a little nutty, just like me. I like to use it when I make my Cold Cannon. Or I should say, my son and I, when we developed we tried Cold Cannon, we got it to where we liked it, but we like to use the Dubliner cheese. We tried various cheeses, mostly Irish cheese, Irish cheddars, various things, but we really like that Dubliner because it's a little sweet, it's a little nutty. Oh, this is nice. Again, let me show you this bottle here. Like I said, I have had this before, but I think it was 2017. So it's been several years. So I really didn't have a clear recollection, but I do remember now that I did like it. This is delicious, and you can't beat it for the price. Oak bourbon cask matured. A 8-year-old. Show you that bottle. Very nice. Anyways. Anyways, I digress. Sláinte. I'll take one more bite of cheese and I'll finish up my whiskey here. Cheese goes great with Irish whiskey. Irish cheese, that is. Anyway, this is the Kerrygold Dubliner. This is the Quiet Man 8-year-old single malt Irish. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer. Leaning into the Irish side of my heritage. It is mostly Irish and German. On my dad's side, my mom's side, nobody knows what the hell is there. So there could be some other things. And I'm not going to do that ancestry stuff. No, I'm not going to put my DNA in a database. I'm not normally real paranoid, but there's something about that sounds awful fishy to me. Then the fact that, how do I really know they're giving me the truth and not just making shit up? See, I don't know that. Now, if I ever decided to do it, what I'd want to do is like send it to two or three different of those things, just to see if I get the exact same information back. That I'm curious about. So I did hear a story a while back about twins sending it in and getting two completely different things back. So I am curious, but not curious enough to put my DNA in a database somewhere. And some might even say, Tom, you might be a little naive to think it's not already there. But anyway, well, quite frankly, to be honest with you, if I didn't have an FBI file, I'd be a little disappointed. I haven't done anything wrong per se, but I have created some mischief along the way. I mean, not low-key mischief, but you know what I mean. As we get ready for St. Patrick's Day, we inch closer. It's always been a big thing around our house, and the last 12 years has been difficult after losing our son. So we're just trying to embrace it this year. So again, Sláinte, happy St. Patrick's Day. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer. Oh gosh, that is delicious. Oh man. I think sometimes us whiskey guys get caught up too much in price and age, right? Because either, well, if it costs more and it's aged longer, it's better. Sometimes it does hold true with Irish whiskey and Scotch in particular, and Irish. But again, sometimes there are those gems that don't get found out about right away, right? And I feel like this is one of those whiskeys that might be a tad undervalued, and I'm not complaining because I'm glad I got it at this remarkable price. But this really is an incredible whiskey, and better than some that I've paid a lot more for. So there you go. Anyway, one more time with feeling. I'm Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor wisdom, and all-around good guy. Again, I'm going to show you this bottle one last time. The Quiet Man 8-year-old single malt. I want to stress the single malt Irish whiskey, because I've always had at least one single malt around. I usually have a couple, 3 or more, but this year I didn't have anything, so I had to go out and buy a couple things. And anyway, I don't know what happened, man. Sláinte. Oh, excuse me. Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day one last time, Sláinte.